Thick gray smoke filling the skies this afternoon after a major fire broke out at the Upper Post site near Fort Snelling. Fox 9 was over the scene today to get that aerial view. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kelsey Carlson.
And I'm Randy Meyer. We want to get right to the scene. Our Rob Olson has been there throughout the afternoon. Rob, right now, I believe, as you told us earlier, firefighters still having to deal with some of those hot spots.
Yeah, and the difficulty here, as you see behind me, perhaps, that they're still putting some water on the building, is the wind. It has been so strong all afternoon, dying down a little bit now, but still pretty breezy, pretty gusty out here, and that has been the issue as they try to make sure that all those hot spots are out on this historic building. We'll show you the video from earlier. When fire crews from Minneapolis Fire got here, they say the fire was erupting all throughout the roof line of the building. This is part of the Upper Post landing project. The DNR striking a deal a few years ago to turn these buildings, 21 old buildings here on the old post, into low-income housing with a priority for military veterans. This has been ongoing. Some of these renovated buildings, apartments, were going to be opening later this year. Again, this one on the north end, an old officers' quarters. The renovation obviously still underway. Many different workers here and contractors, so the fire department doesn't really know if there's any specific thing or what it could be that began the fire. But again, they say when they got here, it was made very difficult by these strong winds today.
This wind made it very challenging from the start because the wind was driving the flames probably 60 feet. And so we were very concerned about the attached buildings. And then now we have a fire going across the highway here because the flying debris and embers lit the woods on fire over there. And I believe that's Mac Fire over there now trying to put that fire out.
Yeah, there was the smoke especially was drifting across Highway 5 north of the airport. This is right where 62, 55, and 5 come together, so on the south side of 62. And so that was causing an issue with some traffic, too, on Highway 5 because of so much heavy smoke being blown across the highway there. Now, we are told that this building, historic as it is, and this area, this whole area, designated a historic landmark in 1960. These buildings sat empty for decades before now this current project to renovate them into low-income housing. But we're told that the building will still manage to be saved and continue on with its renovation project, obviously set back by quite some time, but still will be able to save this historic building and renovate it to the purpose that it is set out for now, for housing. But again, still some water being put on this as they want to make sure those hot spots are out, because with this wind, it doesn't take much to get that going again. So there's obviously a big risk of that here tonight. Live at the Upper Post landing at Fort Snelling, Rob Olson, Fox 9.
All right. Thank you, Rob. Well